Well, our first guest is joining us in studio, Mr. David Massey. David is the CEO of Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation, SIRC is their stock symbol. David, great to see you again.
Hey, it's really good seeing you, Don.
I know we got a lot to talk about. We haven't talked to your company in quite some time, but let's talk about the situation with OTC markets. There's a yield sign on the stock right now. What can you tell us about that?
You know, it's a quarterly filing. We're waiting for the opinion letter from the attorney. It should be filed today and off any day now.
So that's been handled.
Old news, taken care of.
Okay. Well, as I mentioned, we haven't spoken to you in quite some time. Why don't you bring us up to date to say the last 3-4 months of company activities? I'm sure there's been a lot.
There has been. We're very close to closing 3 large roofing and solar acquisitions.
Wow.
And we're in the process of, I'm going to test your memory a little bit, but last year we were really close to buying a marketing firm.
I remember that.
Well, that marketing firm had some troubles and they kind of split up a little bit. So we put together their management team. We have all their clients, we have their equipment, and we're starting that. I'm actually going there after this interview to work on the office space and getting that going 1st of August.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a press release earlier this week where you alluded to that. So this is a media marketing acquisition that you're looking at. It got delayed a little bit, but now you're ready to move full steam ahead.
Well, last year when we were looking to buy it, we were going to spend $3 million on this firm.
Mm-hmm.
They did $12 million in revenue, and they made their EBITDA was about $3 million. The cost of goods sold are about 53%. So that's a great business plan. It fits in very well with our current model that we have in getting the acquisitions, because nothing makes our business grow more than getting good quality leads. So
right.
Every time we have an acquisition, we can grow them with the good quality leads, and every time that the acquisition comes on board, the lead company ends up having a brand new client. So the synergy there is in the perfect place, and it's great for growth for the company.
Of course, you operate in Southern California, mostly in San Diego County. Solar is just so hot right now. People are looking at these $500, $600, $700 electric bills and saying this has got to stop.
Yes, and it's a really promising year for this year, and we've had a lot of rain. And with the rain and the tax credit changing from 30% down to 26% this year, it's a booming year. What I'm excited about is closing some of the deals that I currently have teed up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to close all 3 of those deals in the next 60 days.
Well, it's kind of interesting because you think a solar company would be upset when it rains, but of course you're a roofing company as well. You don't care whether it rains or sun shines.
You're right. We call it the fire and rain model, which is nice.
Now, we've talked about this in the past, and I think it's worth repeating, because you can come into someone's home and replace their roof, add solar, and they're spending about the same as they were for just electricity.
Typically less. What we do is we capture the cost of electricity with a low interest loan. Typically the loan's 12 years, and 80 to 90% of the time, depends on the electric bill and the size of the roof, that their payment is about 75% of their electric bill, and that payment's fixed. Mm-hmm. So as the cost of electricity climbs, they actually save more and more money, and at the same time they add a nice value to the home with the roof and solar project.
Now you mentioned you've got 3 major acquisitions you get ready to close. Let's talk about your acquisition strategy for a moment. What is it you target when you're looking for acquisition possibilities? Well,
the first one we're going to close is a little unique. It's in Orange County. Mm-hmm. It's about a 25-year-old roofing company. It does about $2.5 million a year. It's a commercial type roofing company that mainly works with apartments.
Okay.
So we're going to open up the market with solar for the apartments and add solar to the mix. And we do plan on adding a residential re-roofing and solar division to that company because we really want to get the revenues up. $2.5 million is a nice start. Mm-hmm. It's a very profitable business. They do very, very well for $2.5 million. But I think with our residential side and the solar that we can get the revenues up there.
Now, when you're acquiring a company like a roofing company, you're basically getting their customer base, which are essentially built-in leads for the solar side of things, right?
And exactly, and that's built-in leads for our marketing company, because that's what they do. They can call those past customers, generate an urgency for us to come out and see them, do an energy analysis, do a free roof inspection, do a gutter inspection, do something to get out there and get them back as a client to provide more work for them.
Now, you and I each spent about a couple hours getting up here from where we are headquartered to the studio here in Hollywood. And if we were listening to the radio, we probably heard 3 or 4 different solar advertisements. I mean, there's a lot of competition out there. How do you stand out from the crowd?
You know, I originally thought 11 years ago when I added solar that it would be a unique, different idea to be a solar roofing company. Well, it turns out it's been pretty popular. There's a lot of large solar roofing companies out there, but I think with our standards and our pricing, we do very well, very well.
So are you looking at other acquisitions in the pipe right now? I know you can't really talk about them when you're looking at them, but do you have targets that you're exploring and researching right now?
Oh my gosh, they're way past that stage. They're signed, they're ready to go. We're getting the final piece of the financing in place. The next one we'll close is about a $6 million company out of San Diego. They've been around 35 years. They're a roofing only company. They're a residential roofing company. They have a great customer base, been in business over 35 years. They have close to 30,000 past clients that we can tap into. Oh my gosh. They've done a great job. They have a great name. They just got older, and there's 3 brothers, and they're ready to retire and move on. So that's the next piece that we're.
Well, that's a question I have for you too, because I know why you target acquisitions, but why are the acquisitions interested in being acquired?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons. The first one, the owner of the place is staying in place. He might be. We're looking into putting him somewhere on the public side and running some of the roofing pieces because him and his family have a lot of roofing experience. The next one we'll talk about is he's probably the most knowledgeable solar guy in Southern California. He's going to probably be the president of SIRC, and he's going to give us the advantage of being able to do any type of solar project. Because my background is basically sales and marketing and roofing, so he's going to give us that balance that we need.
Once again, Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation, SIRC is their stock symbol. It's great catch up with you. Great update. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you, Don. It's my pleasure.